Hello, welcome to LoveBudi Love Tips. We have a daily love tip about how to apply love in your life. This is love applied. It's not love theory. It's love applied. It's not philosophical. It's just how can we have more love in our lives? What are some more loving things we can do, or what can we do to bring more love to our lives, bring more love to each other, bring more love to the world, and solve real problems. So here's a real problem. Today we're going to talk about money or happiness. So if somebody walks up to you, let's say there's a wizard, after he asks you what's your favorite color, maybe he might ask you, which do you prefer? You can only have one. You can have love or you can have happiness in life. Or no, I'm sorry. You can have money or you can have happiness in life. Which one would you pick? Which one would you pick? Would you pick money or would you pick happiness? I think pretty much anybody is going to say, okay, happiness, but that involves money. Not necessarily at all. Do you want to be rich? A lot of people want to be rich. And why is that? Why is being rich such a big deal? Can money make you happy? Yes, money can. Does money make you happy? Always no. Can happiness make you rich? That's interesting because it might sound like right off the bat, no, being happy has nothing to do with earning money. But look at it this way. If you see any of these gurus online who talk about getting rich, guys that are rich, seem to be a lot more guru guys than there are guru women, although there are a lot of women that have also gotten rich from internet projects. But a lot of these, you don't see a woman standing by her Testarossa. You don't see a woman showing her house usually. Women don't display wealth like that, do they? Not as much as men do anyway. I don't know, it's the quality of men compared to women. Anyway, when you listen to these guys talk, these internet gurus that are rich guys, they made money off the internet, a lot of times they'll tell you, especially some of the more enlightened ones, some of the maybe ones that are not so greedy, not so money focused, but happiness focused. They'll say, look, you gotta do what you love. That's the first step. Graham Cochran, one of my favorite guys on the internet, he's a music guy like myself. Well, he's gone way beyond what I've done. But he helps people do their home studios, things like that. Anyway, the guy says, you gotta do what you love. Jay Shetty is another person. There are more and more people that are tuned into this idea. Tony Robbins has been talking this for a long time, but the world is starting to catch up to Tony Robbins. And they're starting to understand that he has not been just this hyped up guru, this fire-walking charlatan. He's been a guy who has just had his heart full of love and wanted to share that love. When you have love in your heart like this guy does, and you want to share that love, you encourage people to do what they love. If you do what you love, you're going to be happy. Next step, if you're sharing that, you're going to have money. You're automatically going to get money from that because you're adding value to people's lives, so money doesn't really become a problem. If you're always worried about money, that's not very happy, is it? So if you have a choice between money and happiness, what are you going to pick? Well, if you're happy, if you focus on happiness, the money's going to come. The money will come automatically because in order to be happy, you need to pay your bills. You need to be responsible. You need to add value to other people's lives. Happiness is the expression of love. It's one of the many expressions of love. Being happy. So you can choose to be happy. You don't need to be super rich, do you? Do you need to have 10 cars? Now, I've lived in a lot of places in the world where there's so much poverty. I lived in a lot of places where people are maybe lower middle class, but they want to be super rich because they just think it's so cool. And it can be exciting to some of us, to some parts of some of us. Wow, the guy's got his own jet. He can just fly around anywhere he wants. Or look at the fancy new car, the super expensive car with the special this and that. Or look at the huge house with 23 bedrooms. And who needs so many bedrooms if you don't have 23 members of your family? If you're not going to be sharing that, why do you need all that? I don't get it. But we can get this feeling in our heart, and it kind of is the little edge, the beginning of greed. The idea that I don't have enough, that's not enough. A modest home, a modest vehicle, modest vacations, a modest lifestyle, sometimes that can feel like, wait, I'm selling myself out. I'm selling myself short. I want the best. Sometimes modesty is the best. In fact, I think modesty is an indication of someone who really knows what the best is for life. They don't focus so much. You know how much energy you've got to focus on a 23-bedroom house? You know, if you've got a Rolls Royce and a Mercedes and a Lamborghini, do you know how much time and energy you got to focus on that? Or how many slaves you have to hire at the absolute minimum? These guys are never going to extend their lives beyond that to take care of these assets for you. So being super rich, I haven't met anybody who's super rich and who's happy. I've met a lot of people that are multimillionaires. I've had a lot of close friends that are super rich, not happy. People who focus on happiness are people that have a simple lifestyle, a modest lifestyle. So we don't need to be super rich. Happiness can make us financially secure. And the other point here, does money make you happy? Only short term. I realized in my ups and downs in life where I've had lots and lots of money, all the money I needed, and times that I've had no money at all and I've gone hungry, no food for a week. And what I've realized is that when you do have money, I remember one time I hadn't eaten for a couple of days and I was on a college campus. I was working. I had gas in the car so I could get around, but I had no money. And I was hungry, and it was breakfast time. And I just wanted a sausage biscuit. I wanted a sausage gravy biscuit. And it was like $1.20, something like that. And I was walking on the college campus, and there was a $5 bill on the ground. Nobody around. It was early. And I saw that $5 bill. I have never felt so rich in my life. I grabbed that $5, I finished up whatever I was doing, and I got myself over to Hardee's to have a sausage biscuit for breakfast. And I'm just telling you, that $5, I felt rich. So if you don't have any money, if you're struggling for money, if you can't pay your bills, your electricity's getting shut off, or you're living in a horrible home that's, just not a very comfortable place to live, you don't have a job, you can't afford to eat, you have all this real poverty, this stress of just no money, you can't afford to feed your kids. That can really, really be stressful. And then if you get money to handle all of that, to solve all those problems, have a comfortable home that's clean and safe and protects you from the elements, to have money to feed your kids and feed yourself, to be able to do the things you need to do in life, suddenly, wow, that can make you so happy. But people who win the lottery, they're not happy. As a general rule, and they lose all that money because it's just a really horrible thing, a really horrible curse for at least 50% of the people, I think, that go broke within 2 years or something like that. So yes, money can make you happy on a very short term if you're in a really bad situation and if you really need to solve some very pressing problems. But that never requires millions. That doesn't require Rolls Royces. That doesn't require 23-bedroom houses with 17 bathrooms. It requires enough money for food, clothing, shelter, to live a quality life, to live the standard of living that's a safe, comfortable, healthy, nurturing, that empowers you to live the kind of life you want to live. And that's not about super indulgence. It's just about having what you need. Okay, so that's it about happiness or money from LoveBudi. Which would you pick? What do you want? Money or happiness? Because usually when we're talking about big money, you can't have both. Big money normally takes away happiness. But modest money, a modest lifestyle, that's a happy lifestyle. Okay, I hope you're having a wonderful day. Today, August 13th, this is Tuesday, 2019. I hope you have a lot of love in your life. I love you. Until next time, I'll just say bye-bye for now.